Auditorium in Des Moines, where tonight some 13,000 people are on hand to witness the crowning of 36 new state wrestling champions. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dick Trotter, and this is Chuck Patton, the head coach of the University of Northern Iowa. We'll be describing the action of the contest here this evening. Chuck, this is the 58th tournament in Iowa high school wrestling history, and they seem to get better as the years go on. And every year, this has just been very exciting so far. And there's been seemingly a noticeable shift in the power of the high school wrestling from maybe the Cedar Falls, Waterloo, or the Waterloo Cedar Falls area to central and western parts of the states. Is there credibility there? I think there's definite credibility there, Dick. We've seen Emmitsburg in position right now to win a third straight state championship. Lisbon's won 5 out of 6. Dowling's won it 2 years ago, and then was second last year, and now here they are back winning again. So we're definitely seeing that shift, and there is credibility to that statement. Bob Dara has really got himself a powerhouse here in the capital city, hasn't he? Fantastic. He's just done a great job. And Al Baxter at Lisbon has just done miracles over there. Now, you really have to respect the coaching ability of those two men. Chuck, I also respect your coaching ability, having known you back in the 50s at the UNI campus in Cedar Falls. While we have just a second here, what the prospects that you look for this year in the Nationals? Well, you know, we're hosting that national tournament, and I'd say that we have a real good chance to win. And when it comes from Chuck Patton, I'm going to believe you. Okay, we want to remind the folks that the Iowa High School Athletic Association has determined by events every year they trade off, and this year the matches from 98 to 119 will be the 3A matches. From 126 through 145 will be the 2A matches, and from 155 through heavyweight will be the 1A matches. And we will cut away from one of the matches. Should there be a pin in a match that we are televising, we will cut away and go to one of the other more exciting matches. And to give us coverage on that will be Dean Borg and Dale Buell. Dean? Well, although Lisbon already has wrapped up the team championship, we'll be watching their 3 wrestlers in championships tonight to see if 2 of them who have been state champions before can repeat again this year. That's Morningstar and Lord. In Class A also, 2 brothers from Northwood, Kensett, Mark and Dave Stevens, have been at the state tournament before, never been in the championship match. We'll watch them tonight. And then 2 unbeatens, Bedard of Gilbertville, Don Bosco, and Cox of Bedford. In Class A at 145. In heavyweight and Double A, Dave Ehrig of Grundy Center and Dave Gonzalez of St. Anne's School. Sort of a grudge match there because Ehrig has defeated Gonzalez already this year. That's how it looks from this map. Now, Dale, how's it look over there? Well, I'll be keeping an eye on the upper weights in Class 3A and the lower weights in Class 2A. With particular interest, we'll be looking to see if West Waterloo's unbeaten Dave Morkel and his hitting reputation stands up against Iowa City's Tim Riley, or how many of the 11 undefeated records will fall this evening. In Class 2A, a pivotal match will come up early at 112 pounds. Not only do we have unbeaten Randy Samuelson of Decorah pitted against undefeated Randy Majors of Mount Vernon, and if Majors wins it, that involves his Mount Vernon team into second place in the team standings. Pretty important. It'll come early. We'll keep our eye on it. Back to you, Dick. With us now is Dave Hardy, the Assistant Executive Director of the Iowa High School Boys Athletic Association. Dave, you and Bernie put on a tremendous show every year. What's the toughest job in a business where you've got some 500 athletes coming in for a 3-day tournament like this? Oh, I think the toughest job is what most people never see, and that's the people it takes to put on one of these shows. There's just a lot of behind-the-scene type tasks that are a must in order for this to be successful. And even then, once in a while, you'll find some loose ends. But we have good personnel working at all the tasks that it takes, and that really is the toughest area, because once we get down here underway, those things have to be done well ahead of time, or we're behind the 8 ball, so to speak. So that to me is the toughest area. Once we get started, I think it goes pretty smooth. Dave, certainly a great deal of the credit for the phenomenal growth in wrestling, not only across the nation, but more particularly here in the state of Iowa. Must rest with you and Bernie and your year-long efforts to keep the program on the straight and narrow, and certainly its growth has just continued. How far can we go with it? Oh, gosh, I guess some people would say there's no end to it, but we
I guess, yes, maybe a certain amount of the credit, but we like to give a lot of the credit to the member schools that encourage young people to participate, and likewise our coaching today is so superior to what it was yesteryear, so to speak, and our young athletes, I kind of like to think they're not only more mature, but they're bigger, they're physical, they just do a super job.
And we've come a long way from the 46 or 48 schools we had back in the early 50s, right?
Oh, golly, with 320 schools we sure have.
Dave, thank you very much, and best luck tonight.
You bet, thank you.
And during the course of the evening, we'll have several interesting videotape presentations for you in the next half hour, so be sure and stay with us. But first, let's go over to tonight's public address announcer, Bo Kelly, for the opening ceremonies.
Your attention, please. And now, your Grand March of Champions, the finest high school wrestlers in the entire nation, right before your very eyes here at Veterans Auditorium. Welcome to the annual State High School Wrestling Tournament. Our Grand March escort is Bob Siddons, former well-known West Waterloo wrestling coach and nationally known wrestling official. Ladies and gentlemen, your top wrestlers in the state of Iowa.
It's Lisbon on top with 86 points, and they have won the tournament, followed by Burt, Wyoming, Midland, Kingsley, Pearson, Don Bosco of Gilbertville, and Bedford. And in the 2A action, Emmitsburg leading in a tighter finish. It's 57 points for Emmitsburg, followed by Griswold, Nashua, Mount Vernon, Eagle Grove, and Osage. And in the 3A competition, West Des Moines Dowling has been declared the winner by virtue of their matches. 86.5 points, but they'll add to that total tonight. West Waterloo in second place, Prairie of Cedar Rapids third, Bosco of Crestwood, Urbandale, and Harlan. Okay, Chuck, here we got a great one. I think Barry Davis of Cedar Rapids Prairie shown here in the orange against Denny Christiansen of Harlan. To the left in the black and white uniform. Christiansen coming into this contest with a 112-pound championship, 28-0. And we got a takedown right off the bat.
This Barry Davis of Prairie is a real aggressive young man. He's very good on his feet, and as you saw there, he started the action hard and stayed real aggressive after him and scored a takedown over near the edge of the net. He's a real powerful young guy. Even though he's only a sophomore, his only loss this year has been to a finalist in the AA championship. So he's a real aggressive young guy, and we can expect a lot of hard wrestling out of him.
Well, that was Majors of Mount Vernon that Davis lost to earlier, Chuck.
Yes, it was. And he's in the finals on the net right next to his young friend here.
Right. Well, I've seen Davis Davis at Prairie this season several times, and he goes out and he really wails and hammers on his opponent.
He's very aggressive here. He's riding very tough with they call it chicken wing or a bar arm. He keeps the pressure toward his opponent. Now, what's important with this, Dick, is that he doesn't let his opponent get up as he did right there. You want to make sure that he keeps that upper body down. I know in talking to the coaches that Barry tends to want to let his opponent go because he'd much rather wrestle on his feet anyway.
Chuck, in the 1A competition at 112 right now, Graeser of Plainfield and Taylor of Midland, Wyoming. We've got Plainfield on top 7-5.
Here you see both men are kind of working or sparring for position. They're attempting to try to control one or the other one, lift his arms or hands in order to get him to move so he can get an opening. Get off that edge, son. Out here.
Barry Davis, a 16-year-old sophomore, shown there as he's on his feet, and he's looking at Denny Christiansen, undefeated at this stage of the season, and Davis with a 2-1 lead here with 26 seconds left to draw in the first period.
The interesting thing about this is that Denny Christiansen tends to prefer to have somebody come after him. He likes to have somebody else be the aggressor because his action is primary counter action. And Barry Davis, as I already mentioned, tends to be the aggressor and likes to come after you. There you saw Denny Christiansen score with a counter. Barry Davis came into him and he caught him a little bit off balance and did a short, what we call a short arm drag to spin around behind him.
Majors of Mount
Here he comes over now. Here he comes in the position right here in the replay. As the man came into him, he caught one arm and spun around behind.
I was going to say Majors of Mount Vernon has a 4-2 lead in the Class 2A competition at the moment. Well, you can see how those kids have really worked in practice.
It was good action shot right there of Denny Christiansen grabbing hands. He's controlling two hands on one in order to be able to get his escape.
Here we've got 2A competition showing in the upper right with Majors on top there, and the lead is I beg your pardon, Majors on below, and the lead is 4-2 in favor of Majors.
In a future match here, you'll see, as I mentioned earlier, Barry Davis will tend to be the aggressor. He'll tend to try to score by being the aggressor, by working the arms and then attacking the legs in a single action, and he sometimes high crotches. But Denny Christiansen, as I mentioned earlier, does prefer to counter. He prefers not to be the one that throws the move. And I would look for maybe a warning and stalling if the young man from Prairie, Barry Davis, continues to be the aggressor here.
Chuck, in the upper right there, Majors of Mount Vernon was just given a warning in his contest against Randy Samuelson of Detroit, so that could be a tight contest. It's still 4-2 with Majors ahead, but he's on the bottom, as you can see, and really isn't making that much of a move to escape. Maybe there's a reason why.
The man's controlling his arms very well and keeping the pressure on him, really keeping him down on the mat.
That Davis, he'll just keep after. He'll keep shooting, and there's a warning.
That's what I said. Aggressively out here. You can hear the official saying that. He says you got to wrestle out here. Because so far Barry Davis has carried the action to him, although the score is 4-2. He has been carrying the action. He's been doing most of the aggressive work in this match.
Chuck, I think it's great the way the officials now are calling Stalling much more than they did 10 years ago, and you can see it in the wrestling. The wrestlers are really hustling out there. They're working hard.
Yes, they are. I think that it makes for much more exciting action. There he did a short drag again. He came across and hooked an arm, tried to spin around behind him. Here he's coming in now. He almost got him off balance with a little tilt right there. That was a nice high crotch. He extended, lifted one arm, extended, came in, reached into him. No! Up! The referee says no, they're up because one man has to have his supporting parts inbounds. Let's go, son! There's only 2 seconds left in this period, and we'll see the match end without any further scoring here at the end of the second period.
Christiansen of Harlan has a 2-0 lead at this point over the sophomore Davis from Prairie Cedar Rapids. There's a good shot at Barry.
No, he's leading 4-2.
4-2, right. And the start of the third period. Davis on his feet as he looks for an escape or reversal. And Christiansen trying to keep those hands locked now. Understanding you can lock hands. He's going to try to bring him down to the mat.
Oh, he did a real nice move. Here in the upper corner, they bring in and show Randy Majors has caught Samuelson on his back. On the man now.
Majors got 3 points in a major decision in 2A competition against Samuelson there, but he couldn't quite fit him.
They just scored a 1-point escape. Then Lennie Christiansen scored a takedown. Now he scored another escape. Referee just said they're out of bounds. The score is 6-4. Lennie Christiansen from Harlan is leading Barry Davis from Prairie, and there's about a minute and 15 seconds to go in this match.
And Chuck, while we're watching that in the upper right-hand corner, Majors really is running all over his opponent from the corner now. 9-2. He's had him on his back twice, as you can see. Here comes the penalty and a penalty point to Majors for Christiansen's fouling. Christiansen will have to begin to force the action into Barry Davis if he wants to win this match. It's now 6-5, and he's got to move toward Davis if he wants to win.
Well, it's not uncommon anymore that the referees will penalize the young men if they don't wrestle aggressively. And so far, there's been a warning and a penalty assessed against Dennis Christiansen, and I would expect that if he doesn't wrestle aggressively, Barry Davis will get him. And there he did. He did a real nice foot sweep. Took both arms up and did a foot sweep.
Well, there you see, Chuck, in the upper right-hand corner, Majors has defeated Samuelson at the core 9-2. An exciting finish. Well, we've got 30 seconds left in this match. Now we've got Barry Davis by virtue of that takedown. Now it turns at about 7-6. This could be a finish.
This is going to be real exciting. Davis has been the aggressor all through the match, as we pointed out, and now he's going to have to make sure he controls this match from this point on, or an escape will make it a tie and we'll end up with an overtime.
Well, the people at home at Cedar Rapids Prairie and at Harlan are on the countdown. Now 23 seconds, and Davis of Prairie leads over Harlan.
He's got a real tight waist on him right there. He's trying to control his hips. One arm is controlling his arms. What he doesn't want to do is let him get high, so he has to fight him. He's walked up into this position, and as long as he can keep his hips on tight, he's got an advantage. See, but he's really in trouble when as soon as he lets that man's hips come up.
Oh, no! That's it. That was it.
No.
Referee Ted Minnick says no point.
One.
Ridley.
Now, what he did was there was a technical violation in favor of Dennis Christiansen, because in that sequence, Barry Davis was riding, and this young man stood up. He locked his hands, which is legal. Locked him around the waist, and it's legal if you're on your feet, you can lock your hands. Then as he took his opponent back to the mat, he kept his hands locked, and that's a legal hold. That's the technical violation which he was penalized for, although it was near a reversal, and that's what maybe the people in Harlan were looking for. It wasn't recorded as a reversal, but it was recorded as a technical violation. 1 point, sending it into an overtime. Now we're shifting down to the 1A competition, and we have an 8-4 score in this one with Kevin Graeser from Plainfield and Scott Taylor from Midland, Wyoming. Scott Taylor is a defending champion, and he's leading 8-4 with about a minute left in the match.
Scott Taylor on top here in the gold and black uniform, and Graeser of Plainfield on the bottom in the red. Incidentally, Majors of Mount Vernon won a 9-2 decision, and he's the 2A state champion. We'll have a report on that momentarily. That's Wyoming Midland on top. We'll see here we go. 3A competition now. That's Barry Davis to the right and Harlan's Lennie Christiansen to the left.
Yes, maybe the people don't understand that an overtime match is centered around two boys tying in the regular match, and the fact that there is a tie means that they're going to what they call an overtime. You can see one man is inbounds, and so he can score a takedown. That was Barry Davis scoring the takedown because he remained inbounds. And I'll get over this overtime for the people. The overtime consists of 3 one-minute periods. The first period they start wrestling on their feet in neutral, and then they go through 2 one-minute periods on the mat, each man assuming the offensive position for 1 minute's time. Right now, it looks like Barry Davis is pretty much in control because of probably fatigue more than maybe wrestling skill at this time. But both boys, I'm sure, are very tired.
Chuck, he had a tremendous match Here we're going to see the takedown on the
Here, see how he picks him up, and he pulls him back, and as soon as he lands, his knees are on, and the other man is sitting off the mat. But the referee determines that he has control because he's in bounds.
Davis seems to really get stronger when he's in overtime. He just keeps powers away. He's got to be in tremendous shape, as I'm sure Christiansen is also in tremendous shape to go 6 minutes and then another 3 in overtime.
Well, he did a real nice job of controlling hands to try to get his point and escape. And something that he did there that real good wrestlers do is as soon as he scored his 1-point escape, he came right back into a takedown attempt because he was trying to be the aggressor. And I think that's something that if he stays after the aggression, even in the overtime when he's tired, and that makes a winner out of you. It's really tough to try to keep somebody off if they're constantly after you and not go out the aggressor.
Well, Davis is leading. Well, it was 3-0, and still is. He must take his opponent to the mat to score.
No, he scored, gave him the takedown. Just temporary. And come right back to his feet. Comes right back to his feet and scores. So it's 4-2 now in favor of Gary Davis. See, as I mentioned earlier, Lennie Christiansen is pretty much of a counter wrestler, and he likes that when the other man shoots in from a distance because it gives him an opportunity to see him coming, and then he has the chance to counter him and snap him and spin around beside him.
We're in overtime in the 3A competition at 112 pounds. Barry Davis leading 4-2 over Lennie Christiansen of Harlan, and we're going into the last period now, so it's do or die for Christiansen at this point.
Now you'll see perhaps maybe a strategy start here in that you want to make sure that the top man takes his man off his base. If the man doesn't have his knees under him, it's very hard to score. We don't have many scoring maneuvers in wrestling from your stomach. And you can see right now Barry is doing a real good job of breaking his opponent's base, taking his hips away from him, making him lay on his stomach, and thereby putting himself in a position where it's going to be real difficult for the bottom man to score. In fact, he's just right now trying not to get turned over.
Up to 90 now. Here you see the clock in the right-hand corner, 26 seconds remaining.
See how Lennie Christiansen has done a good job of getting his hips back underneath him right now. See, he's drawn his knees up, he's back on his base. Now he has an opportunity if he can just get his head up. If Davis will let up on the pressure, see, he can get his head up, now he has a chance to try to get up. Davis did a real nice job of sliding off to the side and chopping him out. Now we're back in a match again, you see, he's letting him get to his feet. It's all but over now.
All but over, right, there it is. Barry Davis, a very excited sophomore from Cedar Rapids, Prairie, has just won by the margin of 4-2 in overtime over Lennie Christiansen of Harlan. And now we're going to go to the award ceremony for the 105-pound champions as Barry Davis runs off and jumps into the arms of coaches James from the Prairie team. At 6th place, Dennis Levy, Marshalltown. 5th place, Jeff Bartholomew, Mason City. 4th place, Randy Van Cleve, Dubuque Hempstead. 3rd place, John Russell, Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Runner-up, Dennis Christiansen, Harlan. And the 112-pound 3A champion from Cedar Rapids Prairie, Barry Davis. Coach Ron James of the Prairie Hogs gives Barry Davis a couple of pats on the head as he's proud of that young sophomore. One action shot up on top, and that's Tony Bennard leading Cox by the margin of 8-2.
He's got him on his back again. Just put him on his back again, so I think it's pronounced Bedard, and so he's really securing himself in position in that match. And here's Yoder's just come out and really put Schaumburg in guard position here because he's not just trying to pin him now, he's in fear of losing him. And he just did. He got one point. And scored an escape, so that makes the score go 10-4. And I tell you, with 45 seconds to go in a match, John Schaumburg's going to have to do a miracle worker to pull this one out.
Take a miracle or some kind of cradle from the feet to bring him down, put him on his back.
Well, even that would only be a 5-10 move. He'd have to pin him. Right. Just a takedown won't be enough. Even a takedown to his back, he's got to pin him. He's got two. He needs to keep him there in that class and running to his back.
Don Bosco's Tony Cedar has won over Don Cox at Bedford for the 145-pound championship, Chuck, 10-2. And Yoder is going to take it to Schaumburg here.
Yes, he's won himself a state championship, giving Sigourney a brother act of his champions.
It's a final last score is 13-6. 3A competition now.
In that match, you can see Zalesky just put, I guess right at the end of the match, you can see how loaded it is.
We saw Gomez, Zalesky.
Well, he didn't pin him, but the time ran out and he had a 3-point near fall. So what happened was he got a takedown to his back to score an 8-6 win over Dick Marshall at Southeast Polk. Marshall was ahead 6-3, and with no time left in the match, Zalesky got a takedown to his back and scored 5 points in the last 10 seconds and won the match 8-6.
Right now, Marshall of Southeast Polk, I think, is wondering what happened. There's Lennie's. Here's Zalesky with Marshall on his back to get his near 4 points, 3 of them. Right at the end to win it 8-6. Give Zalesky.
Indeed, at 3A, 145 pounds, one of the most exciting of the night. A great come-from-behind victory by Jim Zalesky of Cedar Rapids, Prairie, defeating Southeast Polk's Dick Marshall 8-6. At one point, Zalesky was behind 5-0. He won the match.
Making the Class 3A presentations, Coach Ron James of Prairie, Cedar Rapids. And the 145-pound champion, Class 3A, Davenport West. Fifth place, Craig Garvin, Waterloo West. Fourth place, Tom Ferris, West Des Moines Valley. Third place, Kevin Wedeking, Charles City. Second place, Dick Marshall, Southeast Polk. 145-pound AAA champion from Prairie, Cedar Rapids, Jim Zalesky.
And number 2 in Class 3A with 60.5, coached by Ron James, Prairie, Cedar Rapids.
I'll tell you, Prairie of Cedar Rapids really stuck it to the big schools of Cedar Rapids metro area this year, Chuck. Ron James really had a tough squad, and it's a tribute to see them finish up there in second place.
They've come on, and they're doing it with young kids. The 2 boys that won championships are both coming back.
Right.
And so they're doing it with young men, and you'll see more of them in the future.
And a lot of people on the south side of Cedar Rapids, well, people from all over Cedar Rapids in that area are excited to see Prairie take away that.
Number 1 in Class 3A, 94.5 points, Coach Bob Della and West Des Moines Valley.
It's quite a tribute, Chuck.
Now this is another one of those guys. I mentioned this earlier, but my gosh, the job that Bob Della has done, every place he's been a winner, and it's really great to see his kids win the championship, although you don't want to favor them over anybody else. He's just a real hard-working guy, and they've done a job this year.
And another typical 1978 state tournament. They seem to get better with the years. And Chuck, another record performance, at least crowd-wise this year. It's been a joy working with you, and we've got champions from Lisbon, Emmitsburg, and West Des Moines Valley. How'd you like it?
Oh, it's really great. I appreciate being able to do the broadcast, but I'll tell you, the wrestling is really getting outstanding. You just don't have any idea of who's going to be able to win, who's going to be the champion. Every match is really up for grabs. And every year it seems that there's more quality at the tournament than there was the year before.
And it continues to spread across the state of Iowa. It's not just localized in any one spot now.
No, it isn't. Champions came from way over by Cedar Rapids all the way out to Emmitsburg. So anybody can do it if they want to get in gear and try to get the job done.
Chuck, thank you much. It's been fun working with you on this state tournament this year. Our thanks to Dale Buell here on my right and Dean Borg on my left for their coverage of this tournament tonight. It's been an exciting one, and we hope to see you again next year at the state tournament from Betts Auditorium here in Des Moines. For IPBN, this is Dick Trotter. Good night. division over a tiger from Harlan by the name of Larry Oldblack. He's the junior. Oldblack led much of the way and held a 2-1 lead going into the third period, whereupon Gibbons managed to turn him over and get neutral points. So Jim Gibbons becomes a 3-time state champion in the state of Iowa, winning the AAA 119-pound class. We have a good one in AAA at 126 pounds. Lennie Zalesky of Prairie, Cedar Rapids against Larry Lutrell of Waterloo Central. And these young men, between them, have lost a total of no matches this year. Well, let me see there. Lennie Zalesky is the boy in the orange with the black tights. If you have black and white set, you're going to notice the difference in the colors of uniforms because he has a light-colored top and dark bottoms. This should be a real great match. Larry Lutrell, junior, Lennie Zalesky, a senior. Zalesky was a place winner at a lower weight last year. Both of these boys placed sixth last year. One at 112, Lennie Zalesky, and Larry Lutrell at 119. But Larry Lutrell tends to take long shots, and he just got one. Tries to come in and get around those legs like he did right there. He has a lot of variety. Larry Lutrell's a pretty good shooter. Look at Zalesky fighting back. It's nice hip position right there. He really is keeping him flat on that with good hips, keeping him right in game. Trying to get the cross face in. He's got it. Trying to cut right in behind him. Now he might need the cradle position from the position he's in right here. He might very well flop over the arm and leg and try to cradle him. See if he can't put him on his back. Zalesky on the right has the leg. She still has to score the kick. Very good maneuver by her. Just took the point, and it looks like Zalesky had it. Lutrell came around. That was a very good job doing that. That was one of the best first minutes of any match we've had so far. Yes, it was. They really went over. Here he comes. He almost comes around, but he loses that hip position. Larry Lutrell slides up, gets the arm, comes in behind and gets a 2-point takedown. Now back to line action again. Right off the whistle. Zalesky went into a roll, and he had to move about 4 or 5 times, but he did get scoring point, get the escape. Lennie Zalesky is a real tiger for the ball. He's led the team in pins all year. He's only had, he's had 14 falls and only one match that into this regular decision, a 7-4 win over a young man named Donnelly from Denver. Lutrell leads 2-1 with 24 seconds left first period. Zalesky had 2 falls and a default on the way in here. Lutrell 12-3, 7-4, 15-1 here, Jim. You can see that he came in there on what we call underhook. Zalesky had his right arm underneath the arm. He was trying to pick that arm up and pull on the other arm in order to try to take it to his back. 7 seconds left as they come back from going out of bounds. Lennie Zalesky. That's an enviable record. This Lennie Zalesky has never lost a dual knee ball all the time he was in high school. He lost a couple of times in tournaments, and he did qualify for state when he was a sophomore, but he injured his shoulder and didn't attend the state tournament because of an injury. Now we're in the second 2-minute period in high school, 2 minutes apiece, 2 2 complete period. Here one, with a man on the block, Lutrell leading. And Zalesky on top, needs a point to touch him. Larry does a good job of getting to his feet. He'll need to keep his arms straight because Zalesky is a very good pinner. Head level, he dives in there. He does take those arms away, and he works hard for the fall, controls the arms very well. He lets the arm go, and now he comes out with Lutrell on his back. He stepped across Larry Lutrell's attempted reversal and caught him on his back for what looks like maybe a 2-point hit fall, which sort of negates that early takedown. 3-2 is the score. And now Zalesky takes the lead. He's on top. Pushing Lutrell over with a cradle. He had that cradle locked out his hands, and he just pulled him over. He had the legs on to start with, you see, and then put the cradle on, then flipped that leg off and pulled him to his back, and you can see the official as a 3-point hair fall. The difference is, you know, between a 2-point hair fall and a 3 is just a matter of whether it goes 5 seconds or not. And that one's big. The score is 6-2. Zalesky. You saw Zalesky hold his fist up at his coach, indicating to him that, I'm in control of this baby right now, and this guy better be watching out. Well, he's riding in there high and tough. He's got a leg in on the head level now. I think it's a terrific sport. You can really see the definition and the muscle structure of these young guys. Now he's got on a bar arm, trying to drive it
side, and he exerted a lot of pressure toward his head. So you can see his hand in the initial scene. Watch his hand. Watch that hand. Don't apply pressure toward the shoulder into his hand. So he must take the pressure across the back to have that chicken wing position. We have 25 seconds left in the second period. As you see, now he's going to work. Now he's going to apply pressure back toward that arm that he's got blocked. He's going to come up toward the head and try to turn him over. If he needs him to his back, that's what he will do. Right now he's not really trying too hard. It looks like he's more or less
Try to make an effort.
kept the set back with the bar arm and not pressure again. All right, let it go. He still has the leg over here on this side now.
Relax, gentlemen, relax.
That's the end of the second period. 6-2. Zalesky leads over Lutrell. One of these boys is going to lose the first game of the year. You know, there's one of the ways guys get in trouble sometimes in wrestling is they build a lead and then they sit on it. In other words, they don't really continue to wrestle as much as if they would fall all the way. So Zalesky is still within that spot, and I'll tell you, Gary Lutrell, a guy who hasn't lost, he's going to have to continue to work or he's going to get put on his back because Lutrell will go after him. He didn't go undefeated all year long because he can stand to lose. Lutrell is in the blue and he's on top now in the third period. And Zalesky is the man at the bottom trying to dig back in there and get a whistle if he can. Lutrell on top. You know, right now, Larry Lutrell said he's behind 6-2 and he knows exactly what he has to do. His coaches have told him. By the way, his coach is his father, which is kind of a unique situation. And I know that his dad, Lutrell, would love to have him win this match and be a state champion. And he's going to have to really open up now because he just saw a one-point escape by Lennie Zalesky and he's behind 7-2. You can see it coming right here. He jams down, he throws into a switch, and then hooks the head in like a sit-out, comes back through and kicks him over the top. He took that game along that time. You bet he did. If one thing doesn't work, you try something else. Mid-flight. They're on their feet, 7-2 with a minute and 20 seconds left, and it is Zalesky taking the shot in for the double leg. He has a single.
Watch his knee, watch his knee.
Out of bounds. I don't think he's going to get points. How about that? Now Larry's going to have to get something started. He's let Zalesky take it to him, but if Larry Lutrell from Waterloo Central doesn't get on the offense, he lets Zalesky shoot at him like that, well, he very well could steal all the time and there wouldn't be anything left for him. There's a real good cross-arm high-class shot. Really came to lead. But Zalesky wasn't going to let it go, and he comes up on top 9-2. Terrific hip position. He really blocked him out right there. Didn't give it to him. Blocked him, then came right back at him and got the takedown for 2 points. This is Zalesky now making it a walkaway here at 126 pounds of a triple A. You're watching the Boys Association's annual high school wrestling tournament from Des Moines. A packed house here at Veterans Auditorium. You see Zalesky now with a bar arm again, trying to control the other arm. The referee talking to him once more, but Lutrell on the bottom has only 20 seconds. He's going to have to make 2 moves right now, and if that arm tied up, it's going to be very hard for him. He's just having a real tough time freeing that arm. Once he gets it free now, he's going to have to go right now because he doesn't have any more time. Thorn made a move to try to roll it through. Zalesky put the legs on the block, so with the leg on, you can almost say that Lennie Zalesky is the state champion. And that's where it ends. Lennie Zalesky, wrestling extremely well, wins his 27th straight match. Well, he had a great year. He went undefeated all year long. He had 14 pins, and all of the other matches that he wrestled were superior decisions, one way or another. Now, you see Lutrell started out with the move, the single leg there. But Zalesky, with, as you said, Chuck, great hip position, came out on top. He blocked him really well right there, just shut him off. We were coming back to this is 1A, 126-pound championship, and we've got Tom LaValley from Dallas Community leading in this match over Mike Olson. Mike Olson of both Twin Rivers of both. You can see he's almost made a reversal attempt, but he was blocked by Tim LaValley and couldn't complete it. Shut him off by stepping across with his leg. And as a result, Mike Olson remains on the bottom without very much time to go in this match. Mike Olson on the bottom qualified for 2 state meets. This is the 3rd in a row he has yet to place. This year he will. Only 10 seconds left. LaValley has not been in the state meet yet. This will be a big win for Tim. He's really wrestled very well in this tournament. I have been watching him, and he's done a real good job. He's only got 10 seconds to go. All he has to do is ride it out in order to win. Here's a very good switch attempt. Very good switch attempt by Mike Olson. He almost has that complete. He's got the leg block. He can't finish it off because he can't clear his hip. And there it is. As you see, the happy winner fell over backwards. The discouraged loser lay on his back. You know, the young men have really put out a lot of effort, and you have to be real pleased and happy for them. Well, I'll tell you, that's one good thing about having 3 classes. You get that many more happy winners. Yes, that's true. LaValley, Dallas community. Dallas. I think there's a happy coach, too. You know that? That's right. He defeated Mike Olson by 2 meters of gold. And now we have the awards given at 119 pounds. First,
Awards in the 119-pound weight class, presenting them in Class 3A, Coach Jack Mendenhall of Ames. 6th place, Dave Markle of Waterloo West. 5th, Tony Wesley of Waterloo Central. 4th, Dave Polk of Des Moines Dowling. 3rd, Tim Riley of Iowa City, City High. 2nd, Larry Obrecht of Harlan. And the 119-pound champion, Jim Gibbons of Ames. 3-time state champion.
There aren't very many. No, there certainly aren't. It's a great honor and a real privilege, I'm sure, to have even known a young man that's a 3-time state champion. In fact, he is the 23rd. Only 22 before him have been 3-time champions in all the years of Iowa high school wrestling. Now the
presenting awards in Class 2A, Cherry Heckenroth of Benton Van Horn. 6th place, Rob McReynolds of Witt Central. 5th, Dave Lott of Denver. 4th, Jay Nance of Eldora. 3rd, John Wing of Roland Story. 2nd, Mark Niblo of Winterset. And the 119-pound champion, Pat Bogle of Benton Van Horn.
Pat Bogle, Benton Van Horn. Up there on top of the ladder at 119 pounds. And now we're going to see the winners in the Class A division. Class A at 119.
Presenting the awards in Class A, Coach Dan Mashek of Gilbertville, Don Bosco. 6th place, Mark Drake of Walnut. 5th, Tim Phillips of Rider Grove. 4th, Tim Shabowski of Waterloo. 3rd, Brian Field of Logan Magnolia. 2nd, Steve Roby of Rockwell City. And champion Ray Fox of Gilbertville, Don Bosco.
The Class A champion at 119. Now let's have a full report at 126, the match we missed.
We had a big surprise in the AA at 126 pounds, where the youth defeated the experience. The youth of sophomore Dan Wald of Fresco Crestwood, as he defeated senior and veteran championship experience Mark Dale of Clarion. The final was Wald 9, and it was Mark Dale of Clarion 6 in an exciting AA match at 126.
There's a replay of that leap. There's the team standings. Lisbon has it wrapped up. 74, Hudson second. And there are the other teams in the fine field of Class A winners. We're going to 132 pounds, Class AAA. Melcher of Fairfield, Al Melcher against Craig Garvin of West Waterloo. And here's again West Waterloo's opportunity, if they can, to wrap up the state title. If any one of their boys wins, they have it for sure. I think you'll watch Craig Garvin is the boy with the stripe down his leg and has primarily red and black uniform on. Melcher has the white on the tie. Yes, and you'll see that Craig Garvin has a tendency that he's wrestled a lot of freestyle, and he's what we call a thrower. He likes to get into a position where he can get you to come into him, and then he'll overhook one arm and underhook another. You see him trying for it right there. If you can get any kind of pressure in that position, he's very good at taking you right from your feet, right to your back. And you see Melcher then putting the pressure the other way. away from the underhook. I think what you're going to see in this match, Doug, is a type of strategy where Mildred's done a lot of freestyling also, and he knows that Gardner's a good thrower, and he's also very good in the top position. He got him with a high fly. He likes to actually remember that. And if he can't secure something real well, Melcher is liable to wait for the period when he gets on top because he's a very good top man. And you can see here, Gardner. Now here we go with the Iowa High School Wrestling Championship. We're going to start at 98 pounds, and as we said earlier, we have the first four weight classes, 98, 105, 112, and 119 in the 1A division, as chosen by the Iowa High School Athletic Association. The rotation changes in a 3-year pattern, and then the middleweights will be from the 2A division. And from 155 on up, will come from the 3As. And we'll try to keep track of what's going on in the other match, too. I'm Doug Brown, and with me is Randy Olson, All-American of Iowa State, and outstanding wrestler at Algona. And we're going to lead off here in the 1A match at 98 pounds with a match between Ricky Cole of Highland, Riverside, and Alan Francis of the champion team, Gilbert Joe Don Bosco. Now, Gilbert Joe Don Bosco, he was saying, you're off the way with this team championship at the 1A division, Randy.
I've never seen a performance like that in any kind of tournament where most kids along the way, they're worried about their teammates dropping off to special district tournaments, but this team got their whole team to state tournaments. I've never seen it done before.
Now, the setup is this. It's very hard to see because of the colors if you're in black and white, but the long vertical stripe on the side is on the Highland Riverside boy.
He's shooting in right now. He's got a real good thing of leg drop. He's switching off. He's really got the Don Bosco boy in trouble.
Out of bounds. Ricky Cole of Highland Riverside is 23 and 4. Alan Francis is 22, 3 and 1. A little double leg shot by Ricky Cole of Highland Riverside.
Both boys are kind of feeling each other out right now. They're not playing it real wild. They want to be cautious right now and go for that number one good shot.
It's 2-2 and 2, by the way. 2 minutes first period, 2 minutes second, and 2 minutes third. They start this one on their feet. On the edge of the mat and back to the center. 1A at 98 pounds. It is back to it is Ricky Cole of Highland Riverside. His team is standing fourth in the rankings, and they could pick up a little higher than that. They've got a couple of victories here. They're 2.5 points behind Morning Sun. And Francis of Gilbert Joe is the first of 3. There's the Cole in on a nice double leg, and he got 2 out of 3.
An excellent maneuver. He penetrated real well and was able to finish up with it.
Now you see how he rides with a tight waist. He's working quite far back with it. Chopping him around.
He's got an excellent deep waist on. You can see right now he's got full control of this Don Bosco boy. He rides real tight. Real control wrestling.
30 seconds left in the first period. And he sucks him back and stops any kind of an escape attempt. He's leading 2-0. This is Cole over Francis.
Cole right now will probably trying to stack his opponent up on his shoulders. He's reaching through the crotch to the far wrist, and it's a tough one to get out of, even if you can't get fractures.
We're at the end of the first period now. There it is. We're going to take a look at that first takedown there.
He's in real deep on a double leg drop. He's got his head in a good position, tucks the hips in real tight, and finishes it up.
2-0 with Francis of Gilbert Joe, Don Bosco trailing. And the boys leading Cole is on top. This is 1A at 98 pounds. He got a single. Got a greater in there right now.
Well, Francis right now has got his base down pretty flat, but if he can get the whips over, he may be able to score with this. Thorn has got a good grip. You can see right now he's got him in trouble. Oh, an excellent counter.
I lost it, and it's going to be 4 points. Referee's counter. We're a minute and a half left. Near fall, 2. 2 points near fall of Harlan Riverside. He now leads 4-0 with a minute and 15 seconds left in the first period at 98 pounds. 1A.
He was perilously close to losing control of him in that maneuver because Francis from underneath took his foot inside the other guy's thigh and elevated it high enough that it put him towards his own back. And a lot of wrestlers will panic in a situation like this, but Cole kept his cool and played the situation really well and held on.
There's a warning. You see we have a red official on a microphone. There's John Moushik on the right. He's the coach that killed the kill Don Bosco, and boy, he deserves a medal sometime. He's had such a year. Now, we're in an unclear situation here. The score is 4-0, but for the first time, Francis is trying to put something together for Don Bosco with about 20 seconds left.
I can see a stalemate coming here. They're locked up. Neither wrestler is able to advance anyway. I'm expecting the ref to call stalemate real quickly.
Last 10 seconds. Still haven't got it. I think he's going to do an escape, and he wants to see if they can return him to the reversal. He did. A reversal for Francis of Gilbert Grove. He now trails 4-2 with 2 seconds left.
Here he is locking up his cradle, pulls the hips up over. You can see how he's got the leg elevated in there, and as soon as he flips the foot off his leg, he turns into his back and falls.
Now, last couple of seconds are going to be tipped off here. See what you mean in that replay there, Randy. He could very easily have maybe panicked and let go. Just loosen up a little bit, and he would have been in real trouble.
And we'll see if the Don Bosco boy can come back on him right now. He's going to have to score some foul points probably to get it back.
He just came out very quickly. It's 5. But the scoreboard has it 5-1. Unless we missed something completely here, a point was taken away in there. I don't know how that happened. 98 pounds. The last period. This is for the state championship. This is one of the beauties of wrestling at the high school level. These boys weigh 98 pounds, and they come from some of the smallest towns in Iowa. And it doesn't make any difference. They can go down the main street, and they're the state champions.
You bet. It's a really prestigious event for all these guys.
Now the referee was warning the boy from Highland, look at Cole, he better not stall. Here he goes.
Starting cold on his feet there. He relaxed at the wrong time.
And that's Cole in for 2 points to make it 7-1.
Francis right now is he's in a lot of trouble. He needs to get out right away and score a lot of points. It's going to be a tough road to hold though because Thorn from Highland is just a super rider. He's so tight in there that you can hardly even move.
He's controlling the arm underneath very well and driving into him. He's going to drive that load in.
Trying to keep him on the mat there to use up some time. He wants to keep you in there when he knows he's in control and waste the time out and go for that decision.
There are 40 seconds left now. 1A, 98 pounds. We're watching the small schools on the first 4 race. There's the first warning on the top man. Ricky Cole. They each have been warned.
All right, here Ricky Cole shoots in on that takedown. Caught Francis standing on the heels and just pushed him right straight back over.
I see Cole going again to work on top. He has that tight waist, and he puts the punch on the near arm, and he just has controlled Francis all the way.
He's trying to put together a side roll combination, and he lets him go.
That's an escape. 7-2 is the score.
I think the Cole let him go there. Here's the escape.
And right away, Cole backed off, and he lost a point for backing away. A star point, that makes it 7-3.
didn't want to risk a reversal or two-pointer, and he's using the one-point instead.
Now, that's the end of it. In the last seconds, a shot of a takedown, and the winner, 7-3, is Ricky Cole of Highland Riverside. Now, we're watching up in the corner, up in the right-hand corner, the trio match at 98 pounds between Lil Massey of Lewis Central of Council Bluffs and Scott Penrod of Prairie of Cedar Rapids. And that one is just wrapped up.
Massey the winner, 7-4.
Well, that's the loss for Prairie, which is already, I think, wrapped up the team title. That's the 3A finish right there. So we're finished on two maps and almost finished on the other.
A real barn burner going on here in the 2A match.
This is the only one left. This is between one of your hometown boys here.
I have a little prejudice here. This John Thorn at 98 for Algona, who he's got the stripe around his chest. He's down by 2 points right now. 13-11, a high-scoring match. Randall from Mount Vernon. Looks like he's going to give up 2 points too.
13-11, Mount Vernon picks one up. Mount Vernon can now move up into third place in the 2A standings, and I don't think they expected to win that one.
Well, Mount Vernon boy is a freshman this year. It's amazing that a boy can come through his first year and undertake that kind of pressure.
And there was the interscholastic freshman long jump record, intercepted in midair by his coach. That's what happens when you're a state champion.
I think he was happy.
And at 98 pounds. Now, let's get a floor report from Dean Boyle. Two tournament first-comers wrestled in 2A. Greg Randall, a freshman from Mount Vernon, defeated John Thorn of Algona. Randall 13 and Thorn 11. Randall's strategy throughout was to take down and then let go to take down again. And he built up his points in that way. Dick?
All right, Dean, in the 98-pound division, we saw a tremendous wrestling match. Young Scott Penrod of Cedar Rapids, Prairie, had the match won until 30 seconds remaining in the contest. At that time, Louis Massey, only a freshman from Lewis Central of Council Bluffs, pulled a reversal and a three-point near par, and he won the match 7-4, but it certainly was undecided up until the last 30 seconds. Now back to you, Doug.
Thank you, Dick Trotter and Dean Boyd. And now we're going to go to Mo Kelly for the first of tonight's award ceremonies.
Presenting the Class 1A awards is Coach Gary Curtis of Highland Riverside. Sixth place, Joe Griffin, Mason City, Newman. Fifth place, Roy Keel, North Springs. Fourth place, Marty Davis, Coon Rapids. Third place, Kurt Wallace, Greenfield. Second place, Alan Francis, Gilbertville, Don Bosco. And the 98-pound 1A champion from Highland Riverside, Ricky Cole.
There's young Rick Cole, who you saw a while ago win that championship. A young man who's very proud, as well he might be. That's at the lower size schools, the smaller size schools.
I can't imagine what it's going to be like when the Don Boscos get a champion, because they really rocked the stadium for second place.
Now here we are with the boys going up on the stand for 2A.
Coach King Johnson of Mount Vernon. Sixth place, Terry Cooper, Preston. Fifth place, Jay Butcherbeck, Solon. Fourth place, Bob Destin, Carlisle. Third place, Keith Cole, Waupun. Second place, John Thorn, Algona. And Class 2A 98-pound champion from Mount Vernon, Greg Randall.
That's some freshmen.
Well, you had to work for it. 13-11. There had to be some moving going on in that match.
And we might point out, too, that the coach of the winning wrestler gets to make the awards out there. They'll always call out the coach, and that last presentation to the champion is a heartfelt one because that's his boy up there getting that ribbon around the neck. The boys going up on the stand now are the 98-pound champions from the large group, 3As.
North Central. Sixth place, Randy Tom, Cedar Rapids, Jefferson. Fifth place, Matt Hickman, West Des Moines, Garland. Fourth place, Tim Albrecht, Iowa City West. Third place, Scott Parker, Trenton. Second place, Scott Penrod, Prairie, Cedar Rapids. And the Class 3A 98-pound champion from North Central, Louis Massey.
Louis Massey. We have one match still going, and it's a 3A. And over here we have Terry McGee of Cedar Falls against Barry Davis of Cedar Rapids Prairie. It looks like Prairie is going to win the 3A championship, but they haven't had a team champion yet.
The Prairie boys have had 9-1 right now.
24 seconds left. And he's riding. It looks pretty good.
He's got a bar arm hooked in there now. It's getting a little high. The referee points on there where it is dangerous to the shoulder joint. And if the pressure gets a little bit too far forward, the ref will stop the match.
The Prairie team really came to wrestle. They have looked terrific. They piled up 76 points coming into this match. And there's the first champion. Barry Davis. He had more trouble getting that strap off than he did win.
Yeah, he's driving the bar on now. He knows he's in control. He's not going to turn him over at this move, but he knows that Cedar Falls boys won't be able to get out. He's icing the title right here.
Barry Davis over Terry McGee. Now we're going to look at 3A at 119 pounds.
Sixth place, John Kern, Bettendorf. Fifth place, Craig Weisrock, Davenport West. Fourth place, Don Seward, Indianola. Third place, Marty Mills, Waterloo, Columbus. Runner-up, Terry McGee, Cedar Falls. And the 3A 119-pound champion from Prairie, Cedar Rapids, Barry Davis.
Barry Davis, Cedar Rapids Prairie champion, and his team is the 3A champion too. 7-4 is the score. With Frost of Nashua leading and riding. Second period. Third period starting.
Frost is a very impressive rider, riding up high, looking for fall points at all times. Not afraid to go for the fall in a tight situation. You see he is way up high on Snakenberg. Counter Snakenberg, switch it in. Goes behind both arms for control. Here Frost has got the arm barred in a hammerlock position. Snakenberg engages base, and he's out of cover.
Up at that 1A match, it ended in a pin. Don Cox of Bedford was the winner up there. Over Todd Wolverton of Oakland in 1A.
Here's that Granby maneuver again that Snakenberg scored on early. And he's kind of caught right now. If you can, lock up the hand and roll underneath, you may get a reversal out of this. Right now, Frost isn't allowing him to lock the hand up underneath.
45 seconds are left here in this match. And the boy in red at Frosty Nashua leads 7-4. Referee stops it.
Here you see Snakenberg goes into his Granby and Frost flattens out real well, counters his weight way down and stops Snakenberg's move.
There's some disagreement here, I know, among the officials. I think one of the match judges didn't think it was a stalemate, but he couldn't get concurrence to the other one. Nashua riding on top. Yeah, it looks like he wants to get him in a grandee.
Frost is very confident. He'll let him roll into it. It's just a half left in the window.
Not a very good half yet.
And he's driving. I think he was waiting for it. Snakenberg successfully counters down. I think Frost is kind of waiting in the back there for him, letting him go ahead and trying to catch him on his own move.
Now we're looking at Prairie up in the corner there with the score 10 to 6. 10 to 6 score for Zalesky of Prairie, Cedar Rapids, with an injury timeout for Ewing and Fort Dodge. So back to 2A action. And there is your winner, Al Frost of Nashua. The champion at 145 pounds. And you can see it just doesn't make the winner feel good. There are a lot of people involved. Cheerleaders, coaches, all the people that have come from all over the state to see it.
All the people that follow their kids down at Stadium Field, they have some part in the victory, and they're all showing the celebration afterwards.
Now we're looking at the injury timeout situation up on the AAA map. We're going to be watching the AAAs from the weights 155, the next one on up, from now on out. And here at 145 pounds, Dave Ewing of Fort Dodge has an injury timeout because he hit his ankle. And he's wrestling Jim Zalesky out of that tough Zalesky bunch up at Prairie, Cedar Rapids. Prairie has won the 3A title already here. And Jim Zalesky is leading 10 to 6 with 49 seconds left in the match.
We've got the Iowa State trainers down here working with this tournament. They seem to be having things under control.
I'm sure Dave Ewing's got a sore ankle. He doesn't want to. This is not the place for him to give up. If he can get out there at all, he's going to go because he can rest all summer and he knows it. He wants to get at it. Take a chance. Get out there and win.
Ewing was not afraid to take a chance. He won his semifinal match in overtime by a 5-point throw in overtime to win by a point. And he's not afraid to take a chance.
He's on his back now. Zalesky has him in a near fall situation with 25 seconds left.
Ewing turning back in now, trying to tie up Zalesky's leg. Seems like he might come out for one.
It was not a near fall situation, as a matter of fact. 10 to 7. 9 seconds left.
You can expect Ewing to go for a throw here because he's got to score big points. He's trying, but Zalesky is a tough one to set up on.
Just not enough time. And the champion, the second champion from Cedar Rapids Prairie, which has already locked up the team title, Jim Zalesky over Dave Ewing of Fort Dodge. AAA 145 pound class. And that's the happy.
Here's Zalesky, reaches inside the leg, puts Ewing up to his back here. It's hard to see from here, but he's successfully keeping his shoulders above the 45-degree angle.
Now we have the awards at 138 pounds, beginning with the 1A class.
Presenting the Class 1A awards, Coach Monty Cantrell of Maxwell. 6th place, Jay Johnson, Morning Sun. 5th place, Joe Baumgartner, Gilbertville Don Bosco. 4th place, Dale Fortner, Alburnett. 3rd place, Wade Finch, Britt. Runner-up, Kurt Van Rees, Mindell Sully. And the 138-pound Class 1A champion, Gene Hartley of Maxwell.
There you are, the champion, Gene Hartley of Nashua, up by Ames.
I believe that he's got a brother. I'm not sure whether he placed or not. I knew he was in the running. He may have placed fifth, but one way below.
Presenting the Class 2A awards, Coach Bob Rockwell of Emmitsburg. 6th place, Rich Lincolnmeyer, Weissville.
second amateur champion. Dan Kaufman, who went through this year undefeated. And she's undefeated too. A lot of winners in this crowd.
She scored heavily in this round.
We have a full house here, and we're getting to see some of the outstanding young wrestlers that have ever come along in Iowa High School. We saw Jeff Kruger win his fourth championship for Emmitsburg Loyola. And now these are the 138-pound AAA champions. Sixth place, Scott Howard Clinton. Fifth place, Danny Wade. There's another of the outstanding wrestlers in the state, Danny Wade of Cusco. And we're going to go to the 155-pound class and on up in the AAA division. The score is Wedeking 4 and Ross 1 as we end the second period. That's Kevin Wedeking of Charles City, who had a loss and a draw in 21 matches coming into this final round championship.
That would be a caution to the top man, Ross, who jumped before he was should he do so again, it'll be a point against him.
Maybe the Wedeking puts out. Stands up, turns in, and has a ball. Makes it 5-1. Okay, we're looking at the 1A match up in the corner. Score there is 1-0. That's 155-pound weight class 2. And it's between David Cantina of Black Valley and Mike Olson of Underground Corral. And now it's 2-0 in the favor of Cantina. Our main match here is 155 pounds, and you saw a takedown for Kevin Wedeking of Charles City to take a 7-1 lead over Steve Ross of Ames. Wedeking was rated second, I think, in this division most of the year. The favorite in this division was Brian Cobb of West Des Moines Down that got beat in the first round.
I watched that match. Very exciting match, and both the Mason City who came into the tournament with a 9-9 record. And here's that, here's the takedown. He's on a double leg drop, turns it over, he's real tight on the hips, and Ross is unable to counter. The number one rated boy, Kyle, was upset by a Mason City boy with a 9-9 record, who turned out an excellent match and got so far ahead of Cobb that was unable to come back. I think the match finished at 12-8.
2 seconds behind, 7-1. See Wedeking going down in the front again. Ross's main effort here lately has been to reach back and try to get the throw.
He needs a lot of points right now. He's going to have to go for it.
40 seconds left.
That should be probably a 1-point escape right there.
It is. Ross tried to throw and couldn't get it and lost the takedown, making it 9-2. At this point, he's got to try those things, even if he can't make it. Down by 7 seconds.
Down by 7-22. His maneuver has to be to the back. That's the maneuver to score enough points. He's going to have to go for the floor.
On top row. This is the 155 division. Ross is trying to stand up. Keep working on top, Glenn. Keep working. Wedeking goes him down, gets up. I heard that. You talk about how many different ways you can call that name. The lace ride. Usually come on. Over and under.
I heard it called the West Point ride or the Navy ride. I think there's no competition for it.
1 second left here. The winner at this weight class, 155 in 3A, will be Kevin Wedeking of Charles City. He finished third last year at a lower weight. And with every state championship, Steve Ross will have another opportunity. He's a junior. He can't go fast this year. 1, 4, 5. 9-3. There's the end of it. And you see Kevin Wedeking on his back with both hands in the air. Another new one. He's the champion at 155 pounds in AAA. Now we're going to look at the awards in the 145-pound weight division. First of all, in the 1A presentations, Coach Man Stevens of Bedford. 6th place, Jay Mearhawk, Oldville Arthur. 5th place, Glenn Hartley, Maxwell. 4th place, this year. Don Cox at Bedford. Now we're getting ready to look at the 145-pound six winners in the 2A division. Yeah, you're on.
I have to mention a little bit about the coach from Jefferson before he won this match. He was an excellent high school wrestler, and when he went to Iowa State University, he didn't wrestle. He was the manager of the team that I wrestled for. Shows you that you don't have to be a champion on the mat. College ends up being an excellent coach. John definitely is.
There's Al Frost of Nashua.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
how many weight class I had? I'm talking 45 and looking at 38.
Al Frost of Nashua. There's some of the... They've been practicing all week, friends. I hope you appreciate that. Don't anybody make any fast moves.
Vern Morrow,
Charles Mathcraft about a week. Broke that one out.
fourth place, Tom Beckworth, Sioux City West. Third place, Brett Kozlowska, Iowa City West. Runner-up, Dale Ewing, Fort Dodge. And the Class 3A 145-pound champion from Prairie, Cedar Rapids, Jim Zalesky.
Jim Zalesky of a wrestling Zalesky family. Prairie of Cedar Rapids. He's the champion at 145 pounds.
I'm sure we'll be anxious to get back home and find out how his brother is doing right now in the Big Ten tournament down in Iowa City.
We're at 185 pounds now. We're 10 over the weight class here. Unlimited is next. Keith Cook of Davenport Assumption is wrestling John Cedar of Davenport Central. Now we get the Quad Cities wrestle-off here. City championship and a state championship all in one. Throwing rice down along the river. That's Coach here. Good luck, Bush. He's undefeated. He's 28-0. Rated number 1 this year. Retirement kid. And that's how he did it. John Cedar of Davenport Central. 9-3. All right. And look at that. Tough move there by Keith Bush, who was second last year at 185 pounds.
Cedar made it into the finals by no easy track. He had an exciting overtime in the semis. Here we have that fireman Terry. Comes in real tight, keeps the arm, looks for extra fair points.
Cradle got his hands locked under there. Now decides to let him go. Does it again.
Turns the hip and has points.
He was leading 2-0 ahead of that. And he just give him 2 there for a less than 5-second near fall situation. 4-0 now. John Schubler.
Bush right now is crossbody right in. He's definitely putting pressure on, and there's another turtle. Very aggressive wrestling.
The problem is if your near shoulder is up, that's what false cradle situation. You get back points on it. It's pretty hard to pin him at. It's 6-0 though. Now 7-0. He's getting 3 points for that one.
Bush now tying up the far wrist. Going through the crotch. Putting good pressure on Schubler.
25 seconds left.
Trying to find tap in. He nearly tapped him earlier, but Schubler rolled all the way through. Bush attempting to tie up Schubler through the crotch. And lift him up over the top of his head and bring him right flat down on his shoulders.
They're setting up again with just a few seconds left here. 16 seconds left in the first period. 185 in the 3-way class. Bush riding hard over the shoulder ride. Near crotch.
Step out. Bush Cedar got hang on to Cedar's leg, and it took him back down as they go after him.
That's the end of the period, too. Bush leads 2-0, and he will start this time on the bottom. So here's the Davenport Central boys' chance on top. Bush, you see, holds the arm underneath him for a second. Not sure what he likes to do. He got the leg behind.
Cedar's got nearly got his crossbody right in now, but Bush is getting under that leg. Hip heights over the top. Comes out for a 240 hook.
Oh, he's in between the legs there, you see, and that's liable to cause some back cross.
Now hooking up into a third. Into a bar arm. And we try to walk it around Cedar's head and drive his knees back to point.
Just a very physical wrestler. This Pete Bush is Davenport Assumption. He's leading 9-0, and he has Cedar in a bad way here. If he can get with a hip scissors now.
He's got a figure 4 on the head. He walked into it from a bar arm. No pointer. He should probably reach him down between the legs.
Boy, we're up to this.
Let's go, Harlan. Get the head here, son. I'm amazed that he stayed off his back.
Yes, 9-0.
That's a very difficult move to counter because when he's going to the figure 4 in the head, the strength of his legs and hips against just your neck, and it's very difficult to counter out of it.
A minute and 1 second left. 185 pounds, second period. 2 areas up in the corner here. And that's between Brian Tucker of Westbound and Paul Hucker of Mount Vernon. A couple of schools down the road from each other, and Hucker was leading. He's a Mount Vernon boy, and he's in the riding position on top. Very good football player, too.
Hey, towards the head, son. Towards the head. Bush has got in what they call a banana split. And turning Cedar over with it as long as he keeps the pressure towards the back and doesn't use it as a punishing hold. It's perfectly legal. But quite often it moves into potentially dangerous, spreading defensive wrestler's legs to a point beyond the joint. Successfully scores with it.
2 back points there, 11-0 now.
Trying to turn him over again with that same move.
Bush is very aggressive, isn't he? He's strong and very confident of his strength.
I don't know the story behind it, but I would imagine these two boys have met before.
I would think so, and from the looks of it, Bush is quite confident about his moves on top. Isn't he's tried him before?
And won.
Up in the corner, you see the 1A match now. John Carpenter of New London against Steve Corey of Coon Rapids, and Corey leads 9-2 in that one. Steve Corey of Coon Rapids. His team is, as the last time I looked, up in the top 5 or 6, I'll say.
Cedar now trying to stand up, but every time he stands up, Bush hooks into the cradle. Turns his hips, and he's got no points, maybe.
As long as that cradle that gets points but doesn't turn.
Over Turk. Arms a little bit loose.
Got a little high, but he's so far ahead he was going to let it go. 11-2, a minute and 12 seconds. After that reversal by Cedar. Out of bounds.
So there's the advantage to being an aggressive wrestler. If you can outforce your opponent by turning into his back, you can secure a match to the point where you can attempt great chances and attempt to try things that you normally would in a tight situation, and open the match wide open.
Bush on the bottom stands up. Up in the corner was the 2A match where we had a near fall situation a moment ago and Hucker to Mount Vernon was on the point of hitting his opponent, John Tucker of West Branch. Tucker managed to get out of it. Now you see Bush scoring a reversal. Very close to it here at the 3A match.
Bush attempting to do what they call a high leg over maneuver, where the near leg is hooked in and you step over the top of the hip with the other leg, but Cedar countered effectively.
That was a powerhouse wizard, unfortunately. He took Siegel right over on his back with it. No points. I don't believe he got back points for that now. But he got the reversal, 13-2.
With a lead like that, you can expect him to go in for more fingers. Now he's trying for a stack. He's got the hand locked up in the crotch, trying to stack him up on his back.
And time runs out right there. The winner, Pete Bush of Davenport Assumption, 185 pounds, 3A. Undefeated in his 1978-79 wrestling year. He went 29-0. He finished runner-up last year, but now he's the champion. Pete Bush of Davenport Assumption, and again, he gets city throwing rights because he defeated John Shubel of Davenport Central from his own hometown. And there's Shubel. The score was 13-2. That is the crowd around a happy Paul Hucker of Mount Vernon, who just wrapped one up over here on the AA mat. He beat Brian Tucker of West Branch 6-3. Two towns that have their far apart. So these kids have seen each other over the year. We're going to see the awards at 185 pounds in the 1A division. Let's stick around too. We're going to have the team coaches on one here. Number 2, Doug Greenlee of Coon Rapids. 6th place, Mike Weedon, Lisbon. 5th place, Darrell Smith, Gilbertville, Don Bosco. 4th place, Alex Notke, Manly North Central. 3rd place, John Brown, Grettinger. Runner-up, John Carpenter, New London. And the 1A 185-pound champion from Coon Rapids, Steve Prairie. Steve Corey of Coon Rapids, he's the winner in the 1A division. He beat John Carpenter of New London in the finals. Stick around too, we'll have an interview with Jeff Kerber in a little bit. He won his 4th championship for Emmitsburg High School at 126 pounds here a little while ago. Now the 2A awards at 185. 6th place, Van Strumley, St. Ansgar. 5th place, Joe Greiner, Sigourney. 4th place, Robert Hathaway, Jewel South Hamilton. 3rd place, Dave LaFoon, Adele DeSoto. Runner-up, Brian Tucker, West Branch. And the 185-pound Class 2A champion from Mount Vernon, Paul Hufford. That's Paul Hufford.
The second champion from Mount Vernon.
The big heavyweights report. Now we have the 2A boys walking down off the rack, and up come the 3As. 185-pound class. We'll have the heavyweight awards right after, and then the team championships. I must be looking for the Davenport Assumption coach. There he comes. Pete Bush of Davenport Assumption was a winner there, and he was an impressive winner too. He seemed to dominate, at least what I saw of his weight class. He certainly dominated the other division when he finally met it.
He's an excellent pinner. Always looking for the fall from any position, and a chance to have the fall and pin low, but what's going to happen?
Crowd still here. I want to see most of the people like to stick around to see the final awards and team champions. Now we're going to Mo Keller for tonight's team championship presentations.
In all 3 classes, to make these presentations, members of the Board of Control of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, Dr. Ted Runyon, Superintendent of Schools at Britt, Jack Honchell, Superintendent at Centerville, and representing the school boards of Iowa, Thomas Yates of Holstein. In Class 1A, 3rd place, 40½ points. Would they come forward, please? Coach Gary Curtis and Highland Riverside. Highland Riverside.
45 and a half points. Dan Mention and Gilbertville Don Bosco. Turning now to Class 2A and to present these awards from the Board of Control, Larry Rowetter, the Superintendent at Denison, Keith O'Connell, the Superintendent of Schools at Jackson Junction, Turkey Valley, and John Gannon, the Superintendent at Emmitsburg. Third place in 2A with 52 points, Coach Tim Johnson and Mount Vernon. Second place in 2A, Coach Jack Smith and Sigourney, 56 and a half. And the Class 2A champions, 78 and a half points, Coach Bob Loeffler and Emmitsburg. Emmitsburg Class 2A champions, and with his white shirt there, his back to you see Jeff Hilder. He wrapped up his 4th championship here just a little while ago, and we hope to get an interview with him in just a little bit. And to present the awards in Class 3A, members of the Board of Control, starting at the left with Lewis Dye, Principal out of Tumwa, Carl Miles, representing the Department of Public Instruction, Des Moines, Dr. Ken Sand, the Superintendent at Southeast Polk, and Harold Sweet, the Athletic Director of the Dubuque Schools. Third place in Class 3A with 66 points, Coach Bob Dora and West Des Moines Darling. West Des Moines Darling with an outstanding program. They wrap up another championship. West Des Moines Darling. Third place. Their team is pretty well scattered around, but here they come around the outside of the crowd and out to the middle. And they'll get one of these big trophies that the Iowa High School Athletic Association hands out to the team champions. West Des Moines Valley. Valley being ousted this year from the championship a year ago. Second place in Class 3A with 69 points. Coach Jim Miller and Charles City. Charles City's Jim Miller was the Coach of the Year in this division. 1979. I believe he's been coach there for only a couple of years. He moved his job with his program. And the Class 3A champions, 84 and a half, Coach Ron James and Prairie, Cedar Rapids. Prairie, Cedar Rapids. They took what was expected to be a very close, unpredictable heavyweight 3A meet. Made it unpredictable, all right, but they won it handily, it turns out. They had it wrapped up going into the finals. Prairie and Cedar Rapids. Now we're looking at some of the people we hope to get to in a little bit. The 59th annual State High School Wrestling Championship in our history.